Final row, Little Joe Daniels in the 46 and Mark Caron in the number 5. 8 cars set to run qualifier number 1. As we are ready to kick off another Saturday night of short track racing action on the Airborne half mile, we're under green. Nick Haywood trying to get that car down on the inside as he is running in the 3rd spot. Keith O'Neill from the outside of row number 1 has the lead going into turn number 3. Randy Ledoux with a bold move, driving it deep into the corner, now starting to get it down towards the inside, trying to hang on to that 3rd place spot. Keith O'Neill was the leader. Josh Allen running 2nd on the inside. Randy Ledoux going after it on the outside. Nick Haywood is 4th. Now they're 3 wide down the backstretch going for the 2nd spot. Randy Ledoux from the outside right now has 2nd, but he slips up the track in 4, sideways into 4. Here comes Nick Haywood on the inside. Randy Ledoux bad loose into turn number 4 after working a 3rd groove. Josh Allen had to get on the binders. Problems for Danny Dubuque in the 61. Smoke billowing out of the pipes on the right side of Dubuque's car. He's headed back to the garage. The leader out front, Keith O'Neill. Keith O'Neill leading. Nick Haywood running down 2nd. Randy Ledoux 3rd. Little Joe runs in a 4th spot. 5th is Lance Raptoy in the number 11. 6th, Josh Allen, but he's quite a distance away from Raptoy in the number 11. Halfway. Raptoy taking a spot away from Little Joe Daniels. Up front, Keith O'Neill drifts up off turn number 2, opening up racing room down on the inside for Nick Haywood. Nick Haywood in the 29 coming after that top spot down on the inside. Racing to the lead, it's Nick Haywood. Keith O'Neill 2nd on the outside of the orange 0. 3rd, Randy Ledoux. Lance Raptoy running in the 4th spot. Haywood, O'Neill, Ledoux, Raptoy, and Little Joe. 2 laps to go. Randy Ledoux trying to close the gap on that 2nd spot. Keith O'Neill, though, a good line into turns 3 and 4, working down on the inside. They come off turn number 4. The white flag is out for Nick Haywood. Haywood put a little real estate between himself and Keith O'Neill. He's opened it up to about 3. Down the backstretch. Haywood running comfortably now out front. 2nd spot contested between O'Neill and Ledoux. Lance Raptoy trying to close into that 3rd spot. Here's the checkered flag. It's going to go to Nick Haywood. 2nd, it's going to be O'Neill. 3rd, Ledoux. 4th, Lance Raptoy. 5th, Little Joe Daniels. And Mark Caron's going to bring the number 5 home in the 6th position as he comes for 63. 8 cars ready to run, qualifier number 2. Brian Rogers will set the pace. Here they come off forward to the green flag. Rogers working on the inside, Kenny Davies working on the outside. Robert Gordon there as Brian Rogers drifts up off turn number 2. Gordon tries to get the nose underneath for that top spot, but Rogers is going to hang on into 3 and 4, but he shoots up the track into 4. Here comes Robert Gordon on the inside. Robert Gordon has the inside going for the lead. Brian Rogers still working on the outside. Robert Gordon and the H2O has the lead off turn number 2. Down the backstretch, now even as Rogers comes back on the outside. Dead even racing into the 4th turn. Now Gordon sticks the nose back in front down the front stretch. Gordon in the lead. Rogers running 2nd, working on the outside. Kenny Davies coming after him. Davies in the number 9, trying to take that 2nd spot away, pulls even into turn number 3. They run side by side for the 4th position as well. Mike Terry moving quickly down on the inside. Gives 2nd to Kenny Davies. Mike Terry moving on up in the 65. He's to the 3rd spot. Brian Rogers in the 12, stuck outside, still sliding backwards. Right now 4th, make it 5th. Chris Frenier coming after him on the inside. He'll take the 4th spot away. Rogers in the 12 back to 5th. Might be 6th before it's all said and done as here comes the Bud 8. Halfway. 3 wide going into turn number 1. Robert Gordon working on the inside. Kenny Davies was in the middle. And Mike Terry was running an extreme outside 3rd line. Now Chris Frenier in the 93 coming after him for that 3rd spot. side by side racing for the top 4 positions in this second qualifier. Mike Terry with a bold move down right in front of Chris Frenier for that 3rd position. Robert Gordon, H2O, showing the way. Kenny Davies in the 9 coming back on the outside. Again, dead even into turn number 3. Mike Terry running behind Gordon, now peeking to the outside behind Davies. Terry trying to find the line with 2 to go. Who's going to win this one? Robert Gordon drives away off 2, but he's loose. Mike Terry threading the needle down the backstretch. Here comes Terry in the 65. Terry pulls up on the outside now of Gordon for the lead. Gordon's on the inside, Terry's on the outside, white flag is out, there's 1 to go. Mike Terry from the outside takes the lead into turn number 1. Drifts up the track off 2, but Robert Gordon can't chase him down. Mike Terry's pulling away. It's 2 car lengths. Make it 3 into turn number 3. Mike Terry in the 65, threading the needle and working his way to the win. Terry wins it. Robert Gordon 2nd. Chris Frenier 3rd. Kenny Davies 4th. Mike Chris 5th. 6th to Brian Rogers. Cody Kilburn 7th. And Travis Stokes 8th. Brian's from Peru. The 36 for Bob Dragoon from West Shazy. And then shotgun on the field. Kevin Foster from Malone is in the number 15. We're racing in this 3rd qualifier, and they are 3 wide for 2nd. Dave Rabtoy with a good run off turn number 2 down the backstretch, darting to the lead as he's able to drive down to the inside of Joe Warren. Lonnie Rivers seeing that line to the inside of Warren. He's going for the same spot now on the front stretch. Rick Hart right up against the wall. Hart trying to get the deuce down to the inside in front of the 24 of Pelkey. Pelkey coming back after him as they are 3 wide for 3rd down the backstretch. Pelkey in the 24, Hart in the deuce, Warren in the 13. Pelkey coming through on the inside, he's got 3rd. Dave Rabtoy is the leader, Lonnie Rivers running 2nd, 4 car lengths off the leader. Then it's 5 car lengths back to Keith Pelkey. Pelkey's got his hands full with the deuce and Rick Hart. Hart looking down on the inside, Pelkey drifting up the track, look out, there goes Bob Dragoon. Dragoon goes for a slide in the 36. Let's see if he can get a rolling field coming off turn number 2, yellow flag. 11th place point driver, Rick Hart in the point standing, so very tight in the Renegade division. A lot of close racing, and here they come. Off turn number 4, green flag. Rabtoy in the 21, Rivers in the 7. Rick Hart driving the deuce in that 3rd spot. Keith Pelkey hanging with the top 3. That's a couple car lengths back to the 13 of Joe Warren. Bob Dragoon trying to get a spot away at the back of the pack as we are halfway. Halfway in qualifier number 3, and Dave Rabtoy is pulling away down the backstretch. Running comfortably with a 3 car length advantage is Dave Rabtoy. Lonnie Rivers sitting in that 2nd spot. 3rd, Rick Hart in the deuce. Of course, next week, the Renegades will be running Ramirez Cup Special, a 40-lap feature event for the Renegade division on High Peaks Dental Night. 40-lap feature next week for the Renegades. But to the here and now, 2 laps to go for Dave Rabtoy, who is cruising out front. Lonnie Rivers hanging with him, but at a distance of about 3 car lengths. Rabtoy drifting up a little bit off 4, but he's got a comfortable gap over Rivers. White flag. Final time for the Renegades in their qualifiers tonight. As Dave Rabtoy enters turns 3 and 4, and now maneuvers down the front stretch. The checker flag is out, and Dave Rabtoy is going to win it. 2nd to Lonnie Rivers, 3rd to Rick Hart, 4th to Keith Pelkey, 5th to Joe Warren in the 13, 6th to Brian Pugh, and 7th will go to Bob Dragoon in the number 36. Row 4 on the inside, there's Ben Huff in the GNS Express number 29. And shotgun on the field, Rico Hernandez in the number 4. Here comes the field off 4, green flag. From the outside of run number 1, Rick Frenier tries to race to the lead. He's clean off turn 2, down the backstretch to the point. 3 wide, Bucko Branham gets on the binders to back out of what would have been a 3 wide situation into turn number 3. Top 4 cars advance and qualify to handicap. The top 4 cars will get their handicap, and Brian Chris is bad loose off turn number 2, and he's going the wrong way. He will lose several spots. Branham working on the outside of the 20. Oh, Shagnan's bad loose in the 4. He's got trouble on the outside. Chris Reeves moving through on the inside. There goes Mike Wells. Wells in the 76. He's sideways off turn number 2. Reeves moving on up in the 00. Trying to take that second spot away. Little touch into turn number 4. Chris Reeves has second. Bucko Branham in the 20. Mike Shagnon in the 86. Little contact off 2. Branham trying to get that 4th spot from Wells. Top 4 advance to handicap. Branham right now has that 4th position. Rick Frenier is the leader. Second is Chris Reeves in the 00. Third, Ben Huff in the number 29. 4th, Branham working still on the outside. Any driver in this division has had the outside work for them this year. It has been Branham in that number 20 as we're halfway. Frenier is checking out. Rick Frenier really flying out front. He's got a half backstretch lead over Chris Reeves. Ben Huff hanging to 3rd. Bucko Branham running in the 20, going to tuck it down behind Huff for a few laps. Frenier, Reeves, Huff. Reeves drifted up off turn number 2. Ben Huff with a peek down on the inside, but Reeves slammed that door shut. Rick Frenier has checked out on the field, but there's good racing for positions behind the leader. Chris Reeves second, now a challenge for 3rd. Ben Huff on the outside, Bucko Branham on the inside, coming after that 3rd spot. 2 laps to go for the leaders. Ben Huff right now in 4th would qualify for handicap. But if he loses that spot to Mike Wells, he will not get a handicap spot. White flag. Final time in this first qualifier. And a dominating performance in qualifier number 1 for the Atkinson scrap metal number 77 and Rick Frenier. He wins it easily. Here they come for second. It's going to be Chris Reeves, Bucko Branham 3rd, Ben Huff 4th, Mike Wells 5th, 6th to Brian Chris, 7th to Mike Shagnon, and 8th to Rico Hernandez in the number 4. 1 from Plattsburgh, it's Robin Wood. 6 cars, qualifier number 2 for the J&S Steel Sportsman Division. As they pick up the pace off turn number 4, green flag. Sherry Minier and Larry Underwood even off turn number 2. Now Underwood sticks the nose out in front, down the backstretch into 3. Here comes Minier back on the inside. Almost even into turn number 4. Off turn 4 down the front stretch. They race to the stripe. Minier has the lead. Sherry Minier had the lead by about 2 feet. Larry Underwood coming back again on the outside. Now Toby Ebersol with a push through on the inside as Underwood was loose off turn number 2. Ebersol was able to take advantage of that, move through, and grab the second spot. Sherry Minier is the leader. Toby Ebersol running solid second. 3rd, Larry Underwood. Here comes 00 Joe. He drifted up off turn number 2. That opened the door for Robin Wood as they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Now Richie Turner moving after Larry Underwood on the outside. Sherry Minier the leader. Toby Ebersol moving to the outside for the lead. Good racing. A lot of side-by-side racing right on back through the pack. Minier in the 3. Ebersol the 82. Side by side into turn number 3 as they race for the lead. Richie Turner closing in quickly in the number 17. Ebersol trying to take that top spot away, but he drifts up off turn number 2. He's going to lose second to Richie Turner. Larry Underwood trying to get there in the 73. Now Ebersol coming back on the outside. Sherry Minier still showing the way in the number 3 as they battle behind her for second halfway. Minier's the leader. Turner runs second. Ebersol is third. Larry Underwood and Robin Wood duking it out for the 4th spot. Wood from the outside to 4th. Underwood back to 5th. Double O Joe running in that 6th spot. Out front, Sherry Minier. Richie Turner right on the back bumper. Toby Ebersol tucked in behind Turner. Top 3 cars run nose to tail. Now Ebersol's going to peek to the outside into 3. Robin Wood closing in on Toby Ebersol. Right now it's the 73 and the 00 that are on the outside looking in. Ebersol at a peek to the outside, then cut right back down on the inside. Robin Wood in the 61 had to get on the binders into turn number 1. Sherry Minier in the number 3, racing off the 4th turn. Down the backstretch, Turner peeks to the outside, draws even into turn number 3. Minier in the 3, Turner in the 17, dead even into turn number 4 as the white flag is out. White flag! Richie Turner completes the pass on the outside, takes the lead into turn number 2, and drives away down the backstretch. Minier running second. Ebersol is third. Wood with a peek down on the inside. Here they come off turn number 4. Checkered flag is going to be out. Getting the job done. Richie Turner. Sherry Minier second. Third, Toby Ebersol. Robin Wood fourth. Larry Underwood fifth. And 6 goes to Double O Joe Steffen. Row number 2. Liberty won 2 weeks ago. Jamie Begor in the 19 will start 5th. On the outside of Begor, it's Tyler Terry in the 44 and shotgun Jason Barnett in the 79. So we're racing in the 3rd qualifier. Stoner in the 57 has the lead, but not for long. John Duquette saw a hole down on the inside, and he went for it. 3 wide into turn 3. Jimmy Bushy stuck on the far outside and in trouble. Bushy is able to get that car down on the inside, though, hanging on to 4th for right now. And now the guy that's in trouble is Stoner. He's kicked to the outside in the 57. Jamie Begor has moved up to the 2nd spot. Jimmy Bushy coming after 3rd. Stoner right now is 4th. But Jason Bonnet trying to get to that 4th spot. Bushy 3rd in the 11. Bonnet 4th in the 79. Howard Stoner off the track on the backstretch as he'll go to the back of the pack. Now here comes Bonnet in the 79, finding racing room to the inside of Bushy's 11. John Duquette by 2 car lengths over Jamie Begor. Then a good gap back to Jason Bonnet in the 79. Then 2 car lengths back to Jimmy Bushy in the 11. Tyler Terry running in the 5th spot. Skip Liberty is 6th. 7th is Howard Stoner. Duquette and Begor, top 2 cars with Bonnet running 3rd. Here comes Skip Liberty coming after the 5th spot. Tyler Terry on the outside right now has 5th as they race behind Jimmy Bushy. Halfway in qualifier number 3. Down the backstretch. Good battle for the 5th position between Skip Liberty and Tyler Terry. Liberty's got the preferred groove down on the inside and has the 5th spot. Duquette the leader, Begor running 2nd, Bonnet comfortably in 3rd, then have a backstretch back to Jimmy Bushy who is running 4th. Skip Liberty is 5th, Tyler Terry is 6th, and Howard Stoner is 7th. Bushy still hanging on to that 4th spot. Skip Liberty running right behind him. Peeking outside, looking inside, trying to draw up on that back bumper with 2 to go. Sean Duquette running strong out front in the number 18. Remember, 100 laps the distance tonight for the sportsman. White flag for Duquette. Top three cars continue to run in the same order, then a good distance back to Jimmy Bushy, who's running fourth. Here comes Sean Duquette to the win. He'll take home the checkered flag. Jamie Begor second, Jason Bonnet third. Coming to the line for fourth is Jimmy Bushy. Skip Liberty fifth, Tyler Terry sixth, and seventh, it'll be Howard Stoner. Modifieds will pick up the pace into turn number 4. Get on the hammer on the front stretch. Green flag. Field stacking up a little bit behind Jim Introne. Aaron Barnaby, no place to go in the Al's French Fries B3. Now Barnaby will dive down to the inside of Introne as that number 9 modified didn't seem to want to get up to speed. Out front is Andy Haywood in the 26. Andy Kane running second. And it's Atkins in the 1, Leon Gagnon in the 4, Alain Boisvert in the 73. Kane drifts high off turn number 2. That opens up room on the inside for Greg Atkins. Atkins trying to get the nose underneath. Here comes Boisvert working on the outside of the 73. Boisvert trying to get to Leon Gagnon on the outside. Gagnon down on the inside. Boisvert working on the rim on the outside as Andy Kane drifts up the track. Greg Atkins moves to the second spot. Kane back to third. Even side by side for position number 4. Gagnon and Boisvert running wheel to wheel. Out front still Andy Haywood. Andy Kane gonna lose another spot. Here comes Leon Gagnon. Gagnon powers through on the inside, trying to take the third position away from Kane. Gagnon in the 4th, through on the inside. He's got third. Here comes Alain Boisvert with him. Alain Boisvert to the 4th position down on the inside. Andy Kane back to 5th. Not for long. Here comes Barnaby in the B3. The Al's French Fries modified up to that 5th spot as Andy Kane goes all the way back to 6th. Andy Kane back to the 6th spot in the AK Auto 27. Out front, Andy Haywood in the AK Auto 26, leading by a good 8 car lengths over Greg Atkins. Leon Gagnon sitting third in the number 4. Alain Boisvert in the 73, running in the 4th spot. He's drawn away from Aaron Barnaby in the B3 as there are 2 laps to go for Andy Haywood. Andy Haywood out of Morrisonville, New York, showing the way. Greg Atkins in the 1, running solid second. Leon Gagnon third in the sample lumber number 4 as the white flag is out. Alain Boisvert trying to get that third spot away from Leon Gagnon. But Gagnon says, no way, Jose, not today. Checkered flag is out, and the winner is going to be Andy Haywood. Second, Greg Atkins. Third, Gagnon. 4th, Alain Boisvert. 5th, Barnaby. 6th, Andy Kane. 7th, Andy Powell. And 8th will go to Jim Introne in the Gibson Hardware number 9. Bill Fountain. 7 modified, set to rumble in qualifier number 2. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Green flag. Real good start for Richard Tesseur on the outside of row number 1 to the point. Tesseur is one of those guys that has been a little bit snake picking. That is a fast modified that Tesseur has underneath him. And when he can run in clean air out front and not have to contend with traffic, that 49 is very quick. And that's where he is right now. A car's going to have their hands full running him down. Smoke billowing out of the double nickel. Black flag for Matt Woodruff and the double nickel. Woodruff tried to get to the access ramp back to the garage area. Wasn't able to do it. And that's going to bring out a yellow. Yellow flag is out. Ready to get this one going again, minus the order of 55, who is still back in the garage. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Well, Spencer Rushlaw on the outside of run number 1 just didn't get going. And Mark Lamberton in the 24L was pinned behind Rushlaw, and he ended up getting snookered behind the 21. Out front, Richard Tesser in the 49, George Foley the 34. And Mike Rio in the 02 running in the 3rd spot. Mark Lamberton chasing him down. But Tesser will have his hands full now with Foley. Lamberton peeking down the inside of Mike Rio for that 3rd spot. Rio holds him off for now. Lamberton running just a car length off that 3rd position. Halfway in this 2nd qualifier. Foley had a peek to the inside of Tesser for the lead. Off turn number 4, but Tesser was able to get the power moving down a front stretch and hang on to that lead. Richard Tesser, better job keeping it down on the inside off 4. Car length and a half now. His lead over George Foley. Mark Lamberton 2-3rd. Lamberton was able to shoot past Mike Rio to get that 3rd spot down the backstretch. Richard Tesser pulling away from George Foley. Tesser 5 car length advantage. Popsicle sticks are going to be out. Here comes Tesser off turn number 4. 2 to go. George Foley running comfortably in the 2nd spot. Doesn't appear as though he really wants to press the issue with Tesser. He's in a spot that will pick up handicap for him. And here's the white flag for Richard Tesser. Bill Fountain heads back to the garage with a BF Trucking 77 modified. Here he comes off turn number 4. Chateauguay, Quebec's Richard Tesser is going to win it. George Foley 2nd. 3rd goes to Mark Lamberton. 4th to Mike Rio. And Spencer Rushlaw will bring the number 21 home into the 5th spot. Joliet, Quebec, it is Jerome Laporte. And shotgun in the field in the X. It is Adam Bartamy out of Sheldon, Vermont. That's the field. Green flag. Chris K.A. And the number 18 will take the lead. Martin Roy. Slow off turn number 2. Got a little tap in the back from the 24, Patrick Dupree, as Roy was slow to get on the gas, it seemed. Car didn't want to go. Some good cars in this one. Roy's on the outside of Francis McNeil, but that number 90 is not up to normal speed, it seems. Mike Bruno moving to the inside of Francis McNeil, the 3rd. Here comes Patrick Dupree. Chris K.A. leading the way out front in the number 18. Craig Rio in 2nd. Not for long is flying by on the outside. Mike Bruno, the Crickets 22. Bruno shoots up the track though into turn number 4. Here comes Rio back. Now Bruno is able to drive away down the front stretch into 1 and 2. He's solid 2nd. Here comes the pistol Patrick Dupree. Dupree goes around Rio to the 3rd spot. Craig Rio back to 4th. 5th right now, the 6th for Francis McNeil. Martin Roy running in the 6th spot. 7th is Adam Bartamy in the X. That's the 0-0 for Jerome Laporte. Halfway this time by for Chris K.A. Mike Bruno in the Crickets 22 running him down and peeking to the inside into turn number 3. K.A. hanging on a lead for now. Bruno looking inside again down the front stretch. Again, Mike Bruno powers through down the inside. Bruno with the Crickets 22 going after the lead into turn number 4. Give it to Mike Bruno in the 22. He's the new leader. Chris K.A. running 2nd in the 18. That's the pistol Patrick Dupree sitting 3rd. Here comes Dupree after K.A. for the 2nd spot. Little contact up in a 3. K.A. gets on the binders, hangs on to it, but now he's got to get going again. Martin taking fourth away from Craig Rayo. Chris K.A. was able to collect the car nicely, get it back up to speed, and he is running third. Martin using every inch of the backstretch, running in that fourth spot. White flag on the field. Mike Bruno down the backstretch. Half a backstretch lead over the pistol Patrick Dupree. The fastest man in the modified division 2008, Mike Bruno gets it done. Patrick Dupree second, Chris K.A. third, Martin fourth, Craig Rio fifth, Francis McNeil sixth, Adam Barnaby seventh, and Jerome Laporte eighth.
Seymour's 3:57, Alex LaPlante 08. Speedy Brissett in the 03. Green is out. There goes Josh Terrier out of the 43. The 34 of Lavarnway and the 92 of Hathaway also involved. But up front, Jason Blondo is going to lead him by a lap one to the yellow flag. Caution flag is out at qualifier number one for the Bomber Division. Blondo on the inside, Bigor on the outside, off turn forward, green is out. Blondo drifts a little bit high into five, and here comes Kurt Seymour inside for the lead. Kurt Seymour's got the lead with a 3:57 as Jason Blondo is back to the number two spot. On the outside, that is the 6 of Brock Bigor. The 02 of Chad Collins running in that number 4 spot. He has hopped into Jimmy Collins' Warrior number 02. Seymour opens up 3 car lengths now on Blondo. The battle is for that number 2 spot. Jason's got it in the 5, but he's got a couple of challengers right behind him. Collins 02, the 6 of Bigor, and Speedy in the 03. They're halfway. Again, that 5 car drifts a little bit high, coming off turn 2. That opens up the door. Speedy is sideways. Nice job of correcting it, and Alex LaPlante just gets by. Caution flag out for the 03 and 4 down in this qualifier for the Monster Energy Drink Bomber Division. Kurt Seymour in the 3:57 will lead him back to the green. Door opens up on the inside for Brock Bigor to bring that B6 into the number 2 spot. Chad Collins looks to follow him through in the 02. White flag, 1 to go for Kurt Seymour. Seymour leads them off for Bigor closing in. He is running out of ground. Kurt Seymour will win the first qualifier for the Bombers. Brock Bigor second. Chad Collins gets the 3rd spot. 4th goes to Josh Lavarnway, and Jason Blondo rounds. Josh Laporte in the 45, Malcolm Woodward in the 46. 93 is Eli Bishaw, the 75 of Cody Myers. Here they come. Green flag is out. Final row, it's Gilligan, the 77, and the 25 of Josh Blake. A lot of scrambling going on as a couple of cars got sideways going into turn 1. Kicked the dirt up onto the front stretch. Black flag being worn to that 05. Caution flag is out now as we're going to have to come out and clean up that mess in the bottom of the racetrack. And Gilligan's outside row 2 in the 77. Back to green. Nice jump on the outside for Malcolm Woodward in the 45. He's going to grab the lead away from Burt Drake. As Gilligan's moving up on the outside as well. Martin takes over that number 2 spot in the 77, and Bishaw will go to 3rd. Burt Drake's back to 4th. Malcolm Woodward leads the way in the 45. Gilligan looking for a way by. Martin not content with that number 2 spot. As he'll try to get by the 45 of Malcolm Woodward as they are halfway. And Martin gets through him on the inside, and Randy Martin goes by for the lead up the backstretch. Martin is your new leader. Woodward back to 2nd, shuts the door off. Bishaw will now look to the outside and try to take that number 2 spot away. 2 to go. Malcolm Woodward now trying to come back on the outside. That opens up the inside line for Bishaw to take 2nd. As Woodward is back to 3rd, Burt Drake 4th, Josh Laporte is 5th. White flag out, this time by for Randy Martin. Bishaw takes one last crack as they come off turn 4, but it's not going to be enough. Gilligan is your winner. Bishaw 2nd, Malcolm Woodward 3rd, 4th to Burt Drake. Josh Laporte rounds out the top 5.
Loss for you. Go ahead.
3rd qualifier for the Bombers lined up and ready to go. Paul Baker, April Bordeaux, row 1. They'll pace the field. Green flag is out. The 84 of Randy Guerin, Timmy Gadway's 63, Wade Whitney's 24, Mike Whalen's 11, Eric Riel 02, the Grape Ape in the 21, Squarehead Jr. in the 06, Sean Delcourt in the 3. That's your field for this final qualifier for the Bombers. As April Bordeaux leads the way in the 23. Gadway into that number 2 spot in the 63. Wade Whitney moving up to the inside of the 24. He looks to take the 3rd spot away from Paul Baker. Whitney's got 3rd. Three wide battle toward the middle part of the pack as they battle for that number 5 spot. Whalen's 11, Squarehead Jr. 06. The 84 of Guerin, and the 02 of Riel. Halfway. Riel 02 is off the pace. He's headed back to the garage area. It's still April Bordeaux, your leader up front in the 23. Timmy Gadway 63, closing in with 2 to go. Black flag is out on the 3 of Sean Delcourt. As April Bordeaux drifts a little bit high, Timmy Gadway goes right on by. Gadway, your leader with 1 to go. April Bordeaux with one last shot as they go into turn 3. She keeps the 23 in the bottom, but so does Gadway, and that's the winning move for Timmy Gadway. He will win the 3rd qualifier. April Bordeaux 2nd. Wade Whitney gets the 3rd spot. 4th will go to Squarehead Jr. in the 06. And rounding out the top 5 will be the 8th of Paul Shotgun on the field goes to the 22 of Hank Collins. Warriors pick it up off turn 4. We are under green. Inside line, moving up quickly as Woodruff has the lead. Collins to the second, and Twaits to third. Lemire goes to fourth, as St. Germain is caught on the outside. Here comes Donor in between in the 95. He'll take fifth. Side by side battle up front, not for long, as Jimmy Collins goes right on by in the inside in the 0-2. He's got the lead. Bill Twaits is second, and Butch Lemire will take that number 3 spot as Woodruff's caught outside now. Donor now moves through. He takes fourth. As now Woodruff finally gets the 07 to the bottom of the racetrack. Battle heating up for that number 2 spot. Butch Lemire's got the inside line. He'll take second. He'll bring Donor right along with him to take the number 3 spot. Billy Twaits hanging tough on the outside in the 69. As the top 4 cars, you could throw a blanket on them. 2 to go this time by for Jimmy Collins in the 0-2. Lemire is second, taking a peek on the outside as Twaits and Donor close right back in. Collins inside, Lemire outside. 1 to go this time by. Can Butch Lemire get it done on the outside? Will Rick Donor find a way through in the middle? Lemire's got the lead on the outside. Collins trying to come back on the inside. Off turn 4, checkered flag is out. Your winner will be Butch Lemire. Rick Donor second, Jimmy Collins third, Bill Twaits fourth, Rick Woodruff rounds out the top 5. Qualifier number 2 for the Napa Warriors picks it up off turn 4. Green flag is out. Good battle up front between that 72 Paletta, the 1 of Donor. And here comes McCormick to make it 3 wide on the inside. McCormick will have the lead as they come off turn 4 as he makes it work on the bottom of the racetrack. Donor sticking right with him on the outside in the 1. And DeMoore's on the move in the 86. Donor grabs the top spot on the outside. McCormick back to second. DeMoore is third. C.J. Lemire looks outside. Bobby Lemire now trying to find a way by the 86 of DeMoore. They are halfway. Lemaire's got his number 5 into that number 3 spot. As C.J. Lemire looks inside DeMoore to try to take 4th. McCormick drifts a little bit up the racetrack, and Lemaire's going to take 2nd. Bobby Lemire goes to the number 2 spot in the 5. Meanwhile, Justin Donor up front on cruise control. White flag is out. Here they come off turn 4. Checkered flag will fall. And it'll fall on Keysville's Justin Donor, your winner of the second qualifier. Bobby LeVere gets second, Jeff McCormick third, CJ LeVere fourth, and Dave Demore rounds out the top 5.
3. Matt Brusso in the number 26, the 77 for John Bradley, the 12 for Dustin Duval. And shotgun on the field in the 88, Tommy Santillo. Green flag out, little tap going into turn number 1. Brusso in the 26 is able to right things. Bradley, though, slows and goes towards the back of the back. Looks like the left front tire might be a little low on that 77. Out front, it's Jason Chris in the number 33. Shane Bumbar's running second. Matt Brusso's headed right towards the wall off turn number 4. And indeed, Bradley 77 has the left front tire down. He'll head back to the garage. Tommy Santillo trying to move up towards the front, as is Dustin Duval, who won 2 weeks ago in the number 12. Duval will take the second spot away from Shane Bumbard. Bumbard hung out to dry on the outside and going back to 4th. Tommy Santillo moves up to the 3rd spot. Out front, Jason Chris. He's got a 2-car length advantage over Dustin Duval. Duval in the 12. Then Santillo in the 88 running in the 3rd spot. Bumbard running 4th in the 61. And Brusso in the 26 running in position number 5, halfway. Dustin Duval is slowly eating into that lead of Jason Chris. It was 2 car lengths. Now it's down to about a car length at times a half when Duval closes in the corners. Tommy Santillo is a player in this one as well, the number 88. Who is closing quickly in 3rd. 2 to go. So the top 3 run nose to tail. Chris, Duval, Santillo. Duval takes a peek to the outside. Still looking into turn number 3. Chris keeps the 33 down on the inside. Duval says it's time to go. He drives to the outside off turn number 4. White flag. Jason Chris has the lead at the stripe by about 2 feet. Chris trying to hang on to that lead off turn number 2. Here comes Duval trying to draw even down the backstretch into 3. Chris on the inside, Duval working on the rim on the outside in the number 12. They're close as they head into turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race for the win. Here they come down the front stretch. Duval on the outside wins it. Chris 2nd, Santillo 3rd. 4th, it's going to be Brusso in the 26. And then Bumbard in the 61 will bring it home in the 5th spot. Aaron in the 5. The 15 for Kevin Foster, the 36 for Bob Dragoon, the 10 for Josh Allen, and Travis Stokes will start shotgun. That's the field. Green flag for the Renegade. Out front, Joe Warren, Keith O'Neill, the 9 of Kenny Davies, looking on the inside as they are side by side for a second. O'Neill had the lead on the outside. Here comes Kenny Davies after him in the 9 on the inside. Down to the stripe. Keith O'Neill had the lead at the stripe, but Kenny Davies will take the lead off turn number 2, leading him down the backstretch is Kenny Davies in the 9. 3 wide, 4 fourth. Gordon, Hart, Warren working on the rim on the outside. Here comes Nick Hayward moving up. There's still 4 wide, racing for about the 8th spot. Randy Ledoux trying to wrestle that number 47 around. Ledoux almost went sideways, but he was able to hang on to it. Side by side racing for the lead. Here comes the 21 of Dave Raptoy, the Island Excavating car. Look out towards the wall. Everybody's rolling, but we got a yellow flag. Yellow flag, Kenny Davies with the number 9. Trailing Smoke. Brian Rogers in row 8. Row 9, Mark Caron, Brian Pugh. Row 10, the Foster 15 and the Dragoon 36. Kenny Davies has rejoined at the rear of the field, and we are back under green. Keith O'Neill in the 0 back out front. And a black flag for Kenny Davies. A lot of problems with that right rear tire. It's down completely flat. Keith O'Neill leading the way. Robert Gordon coming in second. Dave Raptoy stuck on the outside. Cars in that outside groove are sliding backwards. Now Raptoy gets a good run down the backstretch trying to come back at Robert Gordon. But Raptoy has to get on the binders a little bit sooner, working on the outside line and loses spots. Nick Haywood stuck in the meat and a sandwich in that 29. Joe Daniels down on the inside. Mike Terry is on the inside. 3 wide with Lance Raptoy working on a rim. Lonnie Rivers threading the needle now, trying to follow Haywood through. Lance Raptoy racing right up by the wall. Tight racing mid-pack. Keith O'Neill was running away out front in the 0. The Big Orange out front by about 10 car lengths. The H2O Robert Gordon running second. Here comes the deuce for Rick Hart going after that second spot, looking on the outside. O'Neill the leader, Gordon second, Hart third, fourth Mike Chris. Mike Chris is on the move. He started 13th, and he's all the way up to 4th. Dave Raptoy running in the 5th position, side by side for spot number 2. Gordon on the inside, Hart on the outside. Look out, Hart and the dude sideways, hanging on to it into turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Rick Hart has second. Here comes Mike Chris in about 8. Chris is moving to the 3rd spot. Robert Gordon back to 4th. Dave Raptoy running still in position number 5. Randy Ledoux, smoke billowing out of the right front on the 47. Ledoux is headed back to the garage area. Out front, Keith O'Neill is pulling away lap by lap. Mike Terry on the move in a 65, going after the 4th spot now from Robert Gordon. Give Mike Terry 4th. There goes Raptoy in the number 21. The Island Excavating 21 spins in the middle of the backstretch. Shotgun back in row number 10. Dave Raptoy in the 21. That's the field. 10 down. We're approaching the midway point of this feature event. Green flag. Keith O'Neill leading off the second turn. Mike Chris trying to get to that second spot. Mike Terry following the Budweiser number 8 down on the inside. Here comes Chris looking to the inside of the deuce for position number 2. Rick Hart trying to hang on to second, but it is not going to happen for him. He's going to lose 3rd to Mike Terry, it looks like, as they head into turn number 3. Look out, we got a spinner. It's Robert Gordon. Robert Gordon near the front of the pack. He was running in 5th. Gordon loop keeps on running. We stay under green. Nice job there by Robert Gordon to keep that car rolling. Out front, it's O'Neill. Mike Chris is second. Mike Terry's coming after that spot now. That 65 appears to be rolling. Reducer Rick Hart is 4th. Hart to the inside of Mike Terry down the backstretch. Trying to get back into the top 3, but Terry hangs on to that spot for now, but he drifts up into turn number 4. Here comes Hart back after him down on the inside. Contact up into turn number 1. Hart and the deuce. Terry in a 65. Rubbin on that 3rd position. Hart coming up to 3rd again on the inside. Terry stuck on the outside. May lose a couple of spots as Mike Chris is moving. Mike Chris closing quickly onto the back bumper of Keith O'Neill. Mike Chris has cut it down to a car length and a half. Rick Hart and Deuce is up to 3rd. The 29 to Nick Haywood tightly contesting the 4th spot with Mike Terry. Right now, Terry is 5th. Joe Daniels coming after that 5th spot, and he'll take it. Joe Daniels to position number 5. Mike Terry will be 6th. 7th is Lonnie Rivers in the number 7. 8th is Lance Raptoy working on the outside in the Benora 11. 8th is Chris Frenier on the inside of the 93. And Dave Raptoy back into the top 10 of the Island Excavating 21. Good side-by-side racing for the 8th spot between Lance Raptoy and Chris Frenier. Keith O'Neill has upped the ante. He has increased his advantage to about 6 car lengths over Mike Chris. At one time it was down to a car length, but now O'Neill is pulling away. Chris loose that time off 4. Side-by-side racing continues. Now for the 4th position. Nick Haywood has 4th on the outside. Joe Daniels coming after it. Still side-by-side for position number 8 as well between Chris Frenier and Lance Raptoy. They've been side-by-side for about 3 laps. Inside 5 laps remaining. Keith O'Neill is looking for his first feature win. O'Neill in the 0. Lap by lap drawing closer to that feat. He'll have to deal with some slower cars. First, Mark Karen, the number 5. O'Neill should get Karen down the backstretch and into 3, setting him up on the outside. That will allow Mike Chris to close in into the corners, but Chris is going to get the slower cars in the turns as well. And now O'Neill should really pick up some real estate as he gets back down on the inside. Has a smooth line off turn number 2. He's got the advantage back to about 5 car lengths. Couple of slower cars running side by side for position in front of him. 2 laps to go for Keith O'Neill. Little Joe Daniels up to the 2nd spot on the 46. Nick Haywood is up to 3rd. The number 8 car for Mike Chris seems to be going away. Rick Hart to 4th. White flag is out. Final lap for the Renegades. Leader Keith O'Neill. O'Neill will have 1 slower car to deal with. He may not even have to deal with them, as he's going to move to the outside into 3 and 4. Joe Daniels trying to close, but there's not going to be enough time. Checkered flags are out. Keith O'Neill's going to do it. He wins. Little Joe 2nd. Nick Haywood 3rd. Lonnie Rivers 4th. Mike Chris 5th. 6th to Chris Frenier. 7th Lance Raptoy. 8th to Dave Raptoy. 9th it looks like Mike Terry. 10th Brian Rogers in the number 12. And again by memory, Keith O'Neill.
To 2nd in the West Side Auto 46, but this guy had him covered. Have a nice round of applause for Keith O'Neill, everybody. In hero from Moores. First career win for Keith O'Neill in the Renegade division, and you were able to work your way to the front pretty quickly and then held everybody off. You win by about 5 or 6 car lengths. Talk about it.
Well, starting up front was a help, and actually I didn't think the car was really that good. It's everybody else must have been slipping and sliding. I was able to hold it off.
Well, behind you there was a lot of tight racing for spots inside the top 10, while you were able to pull away out front, and a lot of the tough racing was really going on in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I was glad to be out front.
Well, it certainly must feel good. You've been at this now for a few years in the Renegade division. To get your first win must be a really good feeling.
Yeah, it feels good. I didn't think I'd ever make it in the top 3.
Well, congratulations, not only in the top 3, but your first career win. Nice job.
Thank you.
Keith O'Neill, everybody, out of Moores, New York. Always good to see somebody get their first career victory, and for Keith, it's tonight in the Renegade class.
Fountain, Andy Kane, the 6 for Francis McNeil. Andy Powell will get the rest. Green flag. Andy Haywood leads them down the backstretch. 4 wide in the middle of the backstretch. Mike Bruno working 3 wide into 3 and 4. Look out. Everybody slows up as the yellow flag comes out. Here comes the field off turn number 4. Green flag. Andy Haywood leads them down the backstretch into turn number 3. Here comes Richard Tisser working on the outside. Tisser and the number 49 running in that second spot. They box it up off the turn number 2. Mike Bruno running outside. Here comes Patrick Dupree. Alain Boisvert moving up as well in number 73. Leader out front is Andy Haywood. Bruno with a slingshot move off turn number 2. Diving down the inside of Martin Roy. Mike Bruno up to the 4th spot. Mike Riel drifts up the track into turn number 4. Here comes Bruno looking to move down on the inside. Mike Riel again is high off turn number 2. There goes Bruno. Here comes the pistol Patrick Dupree trying to move with him. Bruno's to 3rd. Here comes Dupree coming after him in 4th. Out front, it's Andy Haywood. Richard Tisser runs 2nd. Mike Bruno out of 3rd. 4th is Patrick Dupree. 5th is Mike Riel. Here comes Alain Boisvert working on the outside of Martin Roy. Roy on the inside has a 6th spot. Here comes Mark Lamberton. Boisvert still working on the rim. Boisvert in the ESP auction number 73. Contact on 4. Martin Roy into the wall in the front stretch. Got a big piece of Mike Riel in the 0-2. Faster by the week. Ready for a restart. 6 down, 30 to scheduled distance. Here they come. No start. Again, a problem on the start. 26. Tisser in the number 49. Slow pace into 3 and 4. Now they'll pick it up. Much better off turn number 4. Here they come. Green flag. Mike Bruno taking the 2nd spot away from Richard Tisser. Bruno flies around the outside of Andy Haywood. Haywood down the inside. Bruno on the outside. Look out! Bruno hanging on to the lead. Great save by Mike Bruno after Andy Haywood's 26 appeared to dart to the right after Bruno made the pass on the outside. Tremendous save by Bruno. Mike Bruno leads. Andy Haywood runs 2nd. Patrick Dupree running in the 3rd spot. Richard Tisser is running 4th. George Foley is up to 5th. Here comes Foley after Tisser on the outside. Pistol Patrick Dupree moving on the inside of Andy Haywood to 2nd. Dupree is up to 2nd. Let's see if he can run down Mike Bruno. 3rd is Haywood. Coming after Tisser on the outside, George Foley to 34. Mike Bruno has 3 wins in 2008. He's looking for win number 4 now. Patrick Dupree is trying to run him down. Alain Boisvert drifted up off turn number 2 after Richard Tisser drove him high up the track. And that opened up racing room for George Foley to get a spot. Bruno the leader. Patrick Dupree seems to be gaining. Dupree chewing into that lead. Using up that modified, trying to run down Mike Bruno. Patrick Dupree is coming after him. Dupree is closing. It's down to about 3 car lengths. Halfway this time by, and Dupree is on the move. Jim Introne headed back to the garage with the number 9. Mike Bruno coming up on some slower cars. Patrick Dupree is really trying to get at him. Bruno is the leader. Dupree runs second. Andy Haywood is third. Fourth is Richard Tesser. Fifth is George Foley. Alain Boisvert is sixth. Seventh is Mark Lamberton. Leon Gagnon is eighth. Ninth is Chris Kaye. 10th is Aaron Barnaby. Bruno working slower traffic. Bill Fountain moving down the inside. Patrick Dupree is right there as Bruno tries to get around the slower modified of Fountain. Fountain in that 77 really wrestling that modified as the leaders worked around. Mike Bruno back to about 5 car lengths over Patrick Dupree. 19 laps are complete. Dupree lost ground after working around some of those slower cars. 10 to go for Mike Bruno. Again, Dupree trying to chase down Mike Bruno. Appears to eat into the advantage. Bruno perhaps just easing that car around, trying to save up to 22 for a late race charge. But Dupree again is coming after him and gaining. Good racing around some slower traffic. Andy Haywood is still running in that third spot. George Foley to the inside of Haywood. Haywood around the slower car. Foley sideways. Alain Boisvert sideways. They're really working around that slower traffic. Boisvert got snookered behind Jerome Laporte. Now he'll go to the outside. The leader, Bruno, crossing the start-finish line. Patrick Dupree just a car length off his back bumper. Running third is still Andy Haywood. George Foley trying to get around Haywood. All over that back bumper. He may lose the 4th spot to Mark Lamberton. 5 laps to go for Mike Bruno. 5 to go for Bruno. Heavy traffic in front of the leaders. That lap traffic could play a big part in deciding the winner. Bruno looks to the outside of Mike Riel. Patrick Dupree closing in. They're playing bumper tag right in front of the leaders. Bruno around Riel and Kane. Now trying to negotiate Adam Barnaby in the number 8. Barnaby running too wide right in front of the leader. Where's Bruno gonna go? Here comes Dupree down the inside. Bruno gets around Barnaby. Next is Andy Powell. Powell to the inside. Bruno looking to the outside. Too wide right in front of the leader. Bruno around Powell. Dupree is going right with him. 2 to go. Patrick Dupree trying to get to Mike Bruno again. Bruno's got some clean racetrack in front of him. Here come the leaders off for white flag. White flag for Mike Bruno. Bruno eases it up into turn number 2. Down the backstretch. He's got a car length advantage over Dupree. Coming up on the slower car. Dupree right on the back bumper. Here they come for the win. All 4. Checker flag. Mike Bruno wins it. Patrick Dupree second. Third. The race for third is off 4. It's going to go to Andy Haywood. George Foley 4th. Mark Lamberton 5th. 6th, Leon Gagnon. Alain Boisvert 7th. Aaron Barnaby 8th. Chris Kaye 9th. Jason Durgan 10th. 11th to Richard Tesser. 12th to the 55 of Matt Woodruff. 13th goes to the 6.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Mike Bruno, everybody. 4th win of 2008. All right, here is Mike Bruno. Mike, congratulations. Talk about the middle stages of that race around lap number 19 or so. Did you make any changes to that car in mid-race?
Yeah, we did, and everybody's been fighting loose conditions. Everybody's been fighting loose conditions all night long, and we made a spring change at just before we went out for the feature, and I played with my panhard bar a little bit there at the mid stage of the race, and that spring change is what won the race for us because we weren't that good early in the night, and it made a big difference.
Talk about the lap traffic, pretty intense. Probably one of the first races all year where we saw an extended green flag run and a lot of lap traffic that you had to work through.
Well, the guys were pretty good. I understand they're racing for position too, and they don't want to give up position. So, I've been there before, and I realize they want to race, and I look at it as if I'm racing them for the lead. I don't pretend that I'm the leader when I'm out there. I kind of pace myself and just try to pass them if I was passing them for first place, and I just run with the flow of traffic.
Patrick was right behind you in that second spot, but win number 4, man, the car is so fast.
I knew Patrick was back there, and I was waiting for him to get up beside me a couple times, but I didn't see him, and I just tried to run my groove, and once I got out front, I just had to hold the bottom line, and that's what we did, and I want to thank Crickets and Dick Nephew and all the crew. Them people are what makes this possible to win 4 races.
Great job. You're just got a super season going for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the fans for coming out tonight.
Mike Bruno, everybody. 4th win of 2008.
Picks up the pace into turn number 3. Minier and Frenier get on the hammer off turn number 4. Green flag. Rick Frenier from the outside of row number 1 has the lead off to the outer backstretch. 3 wide, Chris Reeves. Reeves to the inside of Jimmy Bushy. Bushy shuffled to the outside. Sean Duquette working on him as well as cars jockey for position in the early going. Bucko Branham moving up on the inside of the number 20. Branham right behind Toby Ebersol as that inside line starts to move. Now Richie Turner sees a gap. He dives down on the inside to try to hang on position. Still working on the rim is Jamie Begor and Robin Wood on the outside. Here comes Sean Duquette for the lead. Duquette makes a lap number 3 pass. He is the leader. Toby Ebersol over the inside of Sherry Minier. Look out. There goes the 00. Spinning sideways in front of much of the field. Everybody gets by. Yellow flag. Partners on row number 1. Set to lead the field off turn number 4 down the front stretch to the green flag. Here they come. Green flag. Frenier from the inside has the lead off turn number 2. Mike Shagnon is off the pace in the 86. Shagnon taking the right turn back to the garage area. Meanwhile, out front, Frenier the 77, Duquette the 18. Frenier the leader. Toby Ebersol running 3rd. Sherry Minier in the 3 is in a 4 spot. Bucko Branham looking to the inside of Minier as they race into turn number 3. Minier drifts up the track a little bit, now tries to get back down on the inside and will hold that line. Sean Duquette running right behind Rick Frenier. Frenier leading him down the backstretch. Toby Ebersol looking outside, now back in line. Bucko Branham to the inside of Sherry Minier for 4th. He's got it. Sherry Minier is in trouble with a capital T. Stuck on the outside, and there are fast cars looking to move. Jimmy Bushy moving underneath. They are racing for the 7th spot. Bushy in the 11 up to 7th. Here comes Jamie Begor to the 8th position. Robin Wood going to 9th. Coming to 10th is Skip Liberty. Sherry Minier back to the 11th position. They freight train around in the top 6 spots. Rick Frenier the leader. Here comes Sean Duquette. Frenier drifted high off turn number 4. Duquette takes the lead with 7 laps complete. Duquette the new leader. Toby Ebersol coming with him to 2nd. Bucko Branham sitting in that 3rd spot trying to take it away from Rick Frenier. Frenier stuck on the outside and he may be going backwards. Frenier slams the car down right in front of Ben Huff. He'll hang on to that 4th spot. Huff running 5th. 6th is Richie Turner. 7th is Jamie Begor. 8th now Robin Wood. 9th is Skip Liberty. Mike Wells to the top 10. Bucko Branham setting up Toby Eversole, looking at the inside. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Bucko Branham has the 2nd spot. Branham in the 20 to 2nd. Toby Eversole back to 3rd. Rick Frenier's race car seems to be fighting an ill-handling loose condition. He drifted high off 4 and then opened the door for Ben Huff in the 29 to move on through. He's going to bring Richie Turner with him. Turner's got right on his back bumper Jamie Begor. Turner moves through. Here comes Begor. Robin Wood's going to pick up a spot as well. Rick Frenier in trouble, stuck on the outside, and he is sliding on back. Duquette the leader. Bucko Branham 2nd, Toby Eversole 3rd. Ben Huff 4th. 5th, Richie Turner. 6th is Jamie Begor. 7th is Robin Wood. 8th is Skip Liberty. 9th, Rick Frenier. 10th, Mike Wells. Battle for the lead as they try to work around the slower traffic. Branham and Duquette got together, and then Branham backed out of it and allowed Duquette to collect the car and hang on to the lead. Sean Duquette leading in the 18. Bucko Branham's running 2nd. Again, they're working around the slower car of Mike Shagnon, and that is making for some tense moments as the sportsman cars have to shift to the outside to get around Shagnon. Sean Duquette is the leader. Bucko Branham in the number 20. Just a half car length behind Duquette. Branham looking down on the inside. "16 laps are complete. Let's set the field. Duquette's the leader. Branham is 2nd. Eversole is 3rd. Ben Huff is 4th. Richie Turner is 5th. 6th is Jamie Begor. 7th is Robin Wood. 8th is Skip Liberty. 9th is Mike Wells. 10th is Rick Frenier. 11th is Jimmy Bushy. 12th is Larry Underwood. 13th is Brian Chris. 14th is Tyler Terry. 15th is Jason Bonnet. 16th is Double O Joe. 17th is Chris Reeves. 18th is Sherry Minier. 19th is Howard Stoner. 20th, Rico Hernandez. Field starts to string itself out. Still a 1 car length advantage for Sean Duquette. Duquette appears to be fighting it a little bit off turn number 4. And now a slower car, Enrico Hernandez. This could get interesting again up front. Duquette sliding that car off turn number 2. Bucko Branham showing good patience in that number 20 as they work around Hernandez through the top 8 spots. Laps complete. 100 laps the distance for the sportsman tonight. Sean Duquette, leader since lap number 7. Duquette again drifting up turn number 4. That's where Branham can get him, I think. Duquette rarely seems to be loose off 4. And that's where Branham might be able to find that pass. Much better job that time by Sean in the number 18. A much better clean line off 4. Duquette, Branham 1-2, Toby Ebersol running 3rd, Ben Huff strong in 4th, Richie Turner 5th. The rest of the top 10, Jamie Begor is 6th. 7th is Robin Wood. 8th is Skip Liberty. 9th is Rick Frenier. 10th, Mike Wells. Those cars in the top 10. Wells is about a straightaway behind the leader, Duquette. Again, Branham closes up on the back bumper of Duquette. Duquette with a smooth line off 4. Bucko Branham has put about 4 car lengths between himself and Toby Ebersol. Richie Turner running to the inside. Ben Huff was a little high down the backstretch. Turner might have been looking inside. Here's Larry Underwood making a pass for position. That was for the 11th spot. Underwood to 11th. Brian Chris is 12th. 13th, Jason Bonnet. 14th, Chris Reeves. Jimmy Bushy 15th. Make it Tyler Terry 15th. Jimmy Bushy all the way back to 16th. 17th is Double O Joe. Sean Duquette, Bucko Branham still running 1-2. Jason Bonnet picking up a position on Brian Chris. They are racing for the 12th spot. Bonnet to the inside of Chris, and he's going to take Reeves with him. The one car that appears to be pretty stout is Ben Huff in the number 29. Look out, there goes Ben Huff in the infield. Huff is sideways, through the infield, sliding, yellow flag. Eves in row number 6. Terry and Bushy in row number 7. Stoner and Minier in row number 8. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Branham from the outside, sticks the nose out in front, down the backstretch. Drag race for the lead. Branham has the nose there. Now they drive it into 3. Branham works it hard up on the outside. Duquette coming back after him. He's sideways off turn number 4. Drag race down to the stripe. Branham has the lead at the stripe. Sean Duquette coming back after him on the inside. Here comes Duquette back to the lead. Bucko Branham still working on the outside. Toby Ebersol trying to get there on the 82. Jamie Begor's up to 4th in the 19. Here comes Branham back on the outside. Duquette had the lead at the stripe. Now Toby Ebersol closing on the back bumper. Duquette powers away down the backstretch. Branham comes back after him on the outside. Sean Duquette, Bucko Branham, seesaw battle for the lead out front. Duquette leading off turn number 2. 2 car lengths back to Toby Ebersol in 3rd. Branham still working on the outside. Now Ebersol closing up again on the inside. Jamie Begor a car length behind Ebersol in 4th. Problems for Robin Wood. 61 maybe overheating. He's headed back to the garage. There appeared to be fluid pouring out of that 61 on the right side coming out of the motor. Here's Ebersol on the inside of Branham racing for the 2nd position. Sean Duquette, 2 car lengths over Toby Ebersol. Branham's been stuck on the outside. Black flag, Double O Joe, problems on the left rear for the Norman Colin Oil 00. He's got a left rear flat tire. Bucko Branham still fighting on the outside. Toby Eversole has second. Now Jamie Begor is going to try to take third away. Sean Duquette is the race leader. 5-car length advantage over Toby Eversole. How about Branham fighting on the outside? 4 spots. At the line, Jamie Begor had the nose there for third. Begor takes third off turn number 2. Here comes Richie Turner. Turner to fourth. Branham still stuck on the outside. Skip Liberty trying to get the Turner's back bumper. Still pinning Branham on the outside. Finally, Bucko was able to get the car down to the inside line. That restart cost Bucko Branham 3 spots, all the way back to 5th, before he can finally cut the car down and let the tires cool off. Sean Duquette with a 8-car length advantage over Toby Eversole. Running third, Jamie Begor. 4th is Richie Turner. 5th is Bucko Branham as we approach the halfway point. Eversole, Begor, Turner, Branham, Liberty running nose to tail, spots 2 through 6. Bucko Branham gets a good run on Richie Turner. Turner, though, is able to slide the car back down to the inside, hanging on to that 4th spot. Sean Duquette cruising out front. Scissor sticks are out. Next time by, it'll be halfway for Sean Duquette. Duquette coming off for his halfway home. Duquette working around Rico Hernandez. And now the rest of the runners in the top 10 will have to do the same thing. Tyler Terry trying to get a spot away from Mike Wells. Terry to 8th, Rick Frenier to 9th. Jason Bonnet trying to move up into the top 10 as well. Mike Wells stuck on the outside, racing for the 11th spot now. 52 laps are complete. Toby Eversole working on the outside down the backstretch. Jamie Begor had a peek down to the inside for that 2nd spot. Eversole again really using up the racetrack. Taking it very high off the corner, trying to get every inch of the speedway that he can to maintain that speed. Sean Duquette cruising out front. Let's set the field with 55 laps complete this time. Sean Duquette the leader, Toby Eversole 2nd. 3rd, Jamie Begor. 4th, Richie Turner. 5th, Bucko Branham. 6th is Skip Liberty. 7th is Larry Underwood. 8th is Tyler Terry. 9th is Jason Bonnet. 10th is Chris Reeves. 11th is Brian Chris. 12th is Ben Huff. 13th, Jimmy Bushy. 14th, Mike Wells. 15th, Howard Stoner. 16th, Sherry Minier. Duquette has a half front stretch lead over Toby Eversole. Richie Turner with a tap on the back of Jamie Begor's car. Bigor was able to straighten it out. Turner backed off. Everybody stays at speed. Duquette doing a nice job of maintaining the advantage over Toby Ebersol. And right now it's just a freight train, spots 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Rick Frenier looking to the inside of Tyler Terry. Frenier in the 77 trying to pick up a spot, coming off of turn number 2. And Rick Frenier picks up a position. Jason Bonnet will try to get there as well. Look out! Duquette had to get on the binders. Mike Shagnon creating some problems for the leader. Shagnon's going to stay up on the top of the racetrack now. What the faster... Oh, no! Don't cut it down right in front of the leaders. Shagnon drifts up the track off turn number 2. Toby Ebersol on the inside. Now Shagnon on the outside. Bigor is pinned on the outside. Shagnon is all over the place. And now Bigor is stuck on the outside. He's able to get the car down between Turner and Branham. But Mike Shagnon really fighting the handle in that 86. Making it, giving the leaders fits up front. Ebersol, the 17 of Turner, now third. Bigor back to the 4th spot after the chaos that resulted going around the slower car, the 86. .66 laps are complete. Sean Duquette's lead is still about the same, half a front stretch. Let's set the field with 68 complete. Duquette the leader. Toby Ebersol running second. Richie Turner third. Jamie Bigor fourth. Fifth is Bucko Branham. Sixth is Skip Liberty. Seventh is Larry Underwood. Eighth, Tyler Terry. Ninth is Rick Frenier. 10th is Chris Reeves. 11th is Jason Bonnet. 12th is Ben Huff. There goes Shagnon down through the infield. And yellow flag is out. In the 100-lap feature event tonight for the Sportsman. All right. Here they come into turn number 4. Duquette and Ebersol picking up the pace as they come down the front stretch. Green flag! Working from the outside, Toby Ebersol going to try to hang on a second. Looking down to the inside, Richie Turner there. Ebersol's able to get the car down on the inside and hang on to that second spot. Jamie Bigor slides down, hanging on to a top 5 run, but he loses a spot to Bucko Branham. Toby Ebersol, same dancing partner with Sean Duquette, running in the second position. Duquette by a car length and a half, opening it up down the backstretch and pulling away. Ebersol second, Richie Turner third, Bucko Branham running in position number 4. Look out, we got cars colliding up in 3. Yellow flag. They're still crashing into one another up there. To change that right now on this restart. They'll pick up the pace, moving into turn number 4. Duquette, Ebersol. Here they come. Off 4. Green flag. Richie Turner making a move on the inside of Toby Ebersol, going after that second spot. Here comes Jamie Bigor trying to move up as well on the inside. Bigor moving towards the inside of Bucko Branham. Branham and Bigor are side by side for 4th. Turner and Ebersol are side by side for 2nd. And pulling away out front, it's Sean Duquette. Richie Turner to the 2nd spot. Toby Ebersol back to 3rd. Dead even for 4th. Bigor is on the inside. Branham is on the outside. Racing side by side for that 4th spot. Richie Turner now 2nd. Can he run down Sean Duquette? Jamie Bigor had 4th at the stripe. Bucko Branham again putting up a good fight on the outside in the 20. Coming back after the 4th position. Sean Duquette's got 4 car lengths on Richie Turner. Nice save by Bigor on the front stretch as he hangs on to that 4th spot. After a little tap, got the car loose. We got a car that has spun and now another car backing up. That's Howard Stoner. And we got a yellow. Jimmy Bushy in the number 11. Rico Hernandez in the 4 driving away. Number 2, Jamie Bigor on the outside. Bucko Branham rounding out the top 5 in that number 20. Here they come. This could be for all the marbles. Off turn number 4, green flag. Larry Underwood hard into the turn 1 wall. Riding the front stretch wall. Turner had a masterful job from the outside of row number 1. Let's see how it goes this time. Duquette picks up the pace into turn number 4. Here they come. Off 4 down the front stretch. Green flag. Off 2 down the back stretch. Sean Duquette the leader. Richie Turner working on the outside. Now is the time for Turner to go forward. They're even off turn number 4. Drag race down to the stripe for the lead. Duquette's got it. Turner dropped the car back down to the 2nd spot. Went for it, couldn't make it work. Dropped back in a 2nd. Toby Ebersol running 3rd. Bucko Branham sitting 4th. Jamie Bigor 5th. Tyler Terry up to the 6th position. Brian Chris is up to 7th. Skip Liberty back to the 8th spot. 9th is Ben Huff of the 29. Now here is Tyler Terry. Terry moving underneath Jamie Bigor trying to get position. They're bunching it up front. Here comes Bucko Branham moving to the inside of Toby Ebersol as well. Bucko Branham into the top 3. 93 laps are complete. The racing is all taking place behind the leader. Sean Duquette is loving life out front. Duquette, Turner, Branham, Ebersol 4th. Terry up to the top 5 for the first time all day. Tyler Terry is in the top 5. Brian Chris is 6th. 7th is now Jamie Bigor. Ben Huff is 8th. 5 to go. 9th is Skip Liberty. Running in the 10th spot is Rick Frenier. Richie Turner trying to close again to the back bumper of Sean Duquette. It was about 4 car lengths. It's down to 1. Duquette pushing up off 2. Here's a chance for Turner. Turner diving down to the inside. Duquette protects the inside line, hanging on to the lead. Here comes Branham. Branham to the outside of Turner. Duquette leading him off turn number 4. Laps winding down. Bucko Branham going to the outside of Richie Turner. Turner coming right back on the inside. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps remain this time by. Bucko Branham fighting on the outside, coming to 2nd with 2 to go. Again, Duquette losing at 2. Richie Turner right back to the back bumper. Branham still fighting on the outside, running 3rd. Toby Ebersol 4th. Here comes Branham again on the outside. 2 Turner comes back after him. Duquette's pulling away. White flag. Sean Duquette by 2 car lengths. Smooth line off turn number 2. Richie Turner, 2 car lengths off the back bumper. They drive it into 3 and 4. Checkered flags are out. Duquette's gonna win it. Here he comes off 4. Duquette wins. Turner second, Branham third, Ebersol fourth, Chris fifth, Bigor sixth, 7th, Huff or Terry, 8th, Rick Frenier, 9th, it looked like Skip Liberty, Jimmy Bushy 10th. But out front, leading 92.
Win number 1 of 2008 for Sean Duquette.
You're awesome.
Come on over, Sean. All right, here is Sean Duquette, who took the lead on lap number 8 after some tough racing. Those first 8 laps, Bucko Branham was right there. Then once you were able to get to the front, for a good portion of the race, you had about a 10 car length advantage. Talk about how the car was for you and some of those struggles perhaps in the early going.
Well, the car, it just, I put a new motor in this weekend. I'm just trying to get more horsepower, trying to get the car to match the motor right now. And thanks to Bucko, he didn't, spin me around or nothing. Kept clean.
In those final 10 laps, the car really seemed to get loose in turn number 2. Richie Turner a couple of times, almost looking to the inside. Talk about how the car started to go away, especially those final 10 laps.
Yeah, it was knuckles. That's all it was. I thank Richard Turner for courtesy. He was there a couple of times.
Well, you and I talked yesterday, and you were able to start up near the front tonight, work your way pretty quickly to the lead, lap number 8. This has to feel very good. You've got a great season going. Second in points coming into tonight, and this is only going to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, it feels good to finally get the win. A lot of top 5s, but it feels good to have one.
Well, congratulations, win number 1 of 2008. All right, there's Sean Duquette, everybody. First win of the season for Sean.
Shaw. And the 21 for Scott Richner. The 75 for Cody Myers. We'll get to the rest when we can. Green flag. Randy Martin in the 77 starting from deep in the pack, quickly trying to charge to the front as they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Wade Whitney moving up in the 24. Josh LeClaire, the meat and the sandwich in the number 7, drifting up in the 4th turn as they're 3 wide off 4. Out front is Jason Blondo with the number 5, running in the 2nd position. It's a 43 for Josh Terry. Here comes Brock Bigor. Bigor's on his way to 3rd. Moving to the inside of the Drake 05. Give Bigor the 3rd spot. Bird Drake back to position number 4. Running in 5th is April Bordeaux. Out front, Jason Blondo. Blondo's going to have to work around a couple of slower cars that have had trouble here in the early going. One of them is Kurt Seymour in the 357. Blondo moves to the outside. We got a car up in the turn 4 well. And Malcolm Woodward spinning over in turn number 2, coming back down the track. Everybody avoids the prone Woodward car. In the division, Randy Martin right now sits in the 12th spot on the outside of row number 6. Here comes the field off 4. Green flag. Blondo drifts up the track off turn number 2. A lot of cars shooting up the track off 2. One car on the move is April Bordeaux. Bordeaux's going to go from 5th to 3rd. 3 wide into turn 3, 4 wide into turn 3. They're shuffling for position. Gilligan on the move in the 77. Martin picked up 5 spots. He went from 12th to 7th in 1 lap. And now he's on the move again. He's up to 6th. We got a new leader out front. Brock Bigor has moved around Jason Blondo. Bigor to the point. He's got the lead. Brock Bigor by 3 car lengths over Jason Blondo. April Bordeaux coming after Blondo for that second position. 5 laps are complete. Bigor the leader, and he's got a pretty sizable cushion over Blondo in second. Some fast cars trying to scream towards the front. One of them is Martin. Randy Martin trying to get into the 4th spot. Moving down to the inside. Here comes Randy Martin. Give him 4th, taking it away from Josh Laporte. So now it's Brock Bigor, Jason Blondo, April Bordeaux, Randy Martin. Blondo drifted high up turn number 2. We got a car down to the infield, to the exit of 4. That's Josh Blake of the 25. We stay under green. Here comes Martin picking up 2 spots. Don't look now, but Randy Martin's going after it. Randy Martin for second. He'll take second away from Jason Blondo. Brock Bigor, the leader, working on some slower traffic, and Randy Martin is running him down. We got a spinner over at turn number 2. Down into the infield, right in front of the leader. But he keeps it down to the infield. That was Justin Hathaway. We stay under green. Bigor, the leader, is working into turn number 4. Randy Martin is slowly chasing him down. Does he have enough time? I don't know, with only 5 to go. 5 laps remain for Brock Bigor. Randy Martin dicing through slower traffic around the Miller 66 on the outside. Then he'll have to deal with the number 3 on the front stretch. Look out, there goes Miller down to the infield, sliding and slowly rolling over onto the roof. And that'll bring out a red flag. Sir Energy Drink Bombers, as they come off of turn number 4 down the front stretch, green flag. Randy Martin trying to make it go from the outside. Brock Bigor on the inside. Martin sticks the nose out in front down the backstretch. Look out, we got cars headed up towards the billboards along the backstretch. Burt Drake is there, the 3 is there, and everybody else appears to keep on rolling though. The 8 might have been involved as well. Randy Martin has completed a pass. He's showing away in the 77. Number 8 of Paul Baker has come to a near stop. Up at 7th is Josh Terry in the 43. As the field picks up the pace, moving into turn number 4. Here they come off 4 down the front stretch. Green flag. Randy Martin, a 2-car length advantage over Brock Bigor. Then the Laporte 45, 3 car lengths behind Bigor as they race into turn number 4. Here comes the field off 4 with a white flag displayed, a white flag. 1 to go. We got cars spinning up in turn number 4. Couple of 1 car facing the wrong way. Now he'll get it righted. We're going to stay under green. Here come the leaders. They'll tiptoe through 3 and 4. And tiptoeing to the checkered line, it's going to be Randy Martin. Win number 4. Bigor second. Laporte third. Whitney fourth. Look like Bordeaux and Bishaw dead even for that 5th spot as they cross the line. Randy Martin picking up another win here.
Randy Martin, win number 4. Randy, you started a little deeper in the pack. Talk about moving through some of the slower traffic on your way to the front. That was pretty tough.
Yeah, it was. It's always.
Oh, come on down this way. Okay. Go ahead.
It's always rough coming from the back. I want to thank Rick Donor for helping me with the setup of the tires. Really helped it hook up on the outside, inside, wherever I went. I want to thank all my sponsors, Washland, Bourgeois, IGA, more concrete pumping, and everybody else. So just like to say thanks.
4 wins, buddy. You're starting to kick butt.
Thank you very much.
Nice job again by Randy Martin. 4th win of the season in the Bomber Division.
Deeper in the pack. Let's see what type of progress they make. Woodruff and Bombard are going to set the pace in row number 1 as they come off the 4th turn. We're under green. Woodruff in the 07 takes the lead off turn number 2. 3 wide, racing back around the 10th spot. Billy Twait's moving. In that number 69, Dustin Duval looking out on the inside. Oh, we got a spinner. Down on the inside, the 77. Going down to the infield. That is John Bradley. Bradley gets her rolling, and he rejoins at the back of the pack. Still hot and heavy racing for positions 7, 8, and 9. They're again 3 wide. Jeff McCormick's down on the inside. Billy Twaits, he's got the hammer down, and he's working, threading the needle, coming to the front. Out front, it's still Rick Woodruff in the 07. Shane Bombard running in the 2nd spot, but here comes Bombard moving to the inside. Woodruff stuck on the outside. Bombard trying to maneuver down to the inside as they race for the lead. Rick Woodruff back to 2nd. Shane Bombard the leader. Here comes Jason Chris. He wants in on this. Jason Chris running right now in the 3rd spot. Sitting behind the top 2 cars, Bombard and Woodruff. But Jason Chris trying to take 2nd away right now from Rick Woodruff. Woodruff loose into 2. That'll give Jason Chris the 2nd spot. Here comes Billy Twaits trying to get into the top 3. Twaits to the inside of Woodruff. He's got 3rd. Woodruff back to the 4th spot. Here comes Lightning McQueen moving on the outside. Rick Donor is up to 5th. Donor in the 95 into the top 5. Bishaw is 6th. Collins is 7th. Duval is 8th. Lemire running in the 9th spot. And right now running at the top 10, Tommy Santillo. Shane Bombard in the 61, enjoying a 3-car length advantage over Jason Chris. 3rd, Billy Twaits. 4th is Rick Donor. Halfway this time by for Shane Bombard. Bill Twaits trying to get around Jason Chris, got loose on the outside of turn number 2. That opens up some room for Rick Donor. Here comes Donor. He wants in on the 3-way battle now for that 2nd spot. Jason Chris, the 33, Billy Twaits, the 69. The 95 of Rick Donor. All going after that 2nd spot. Shane Bombard says, have at it, boys. Fight for that 2nd spot. Leave me alone up front. Bombard's got a 6-car length advantage. Billy Twaits trying to clear Jason Chris. Chris with a bobble into 4. Billy Twaits has 2nd. CJ Lemire is headed back to the garage. Now Rick Donor around Jason Chris for 3rd. Billy Twaits is closing. 5 laps to go. Bombard with a peek in the mirror. Drifts up the track. Opens up the inside. Here comes Twaits. Bill Twaits for the lead. He's got it. Bombard drifted up the track into 4. Bill Twaits moving to the inside on the front stretch. Takes the lead on the front stretch. Bombard running 2nd. Working on that back bumper of Twaits. Sitting in the 2nd spot is Bombard. Rick Donor is 3rd. Down the back stretch. Bill Twaits now 3-car lengths over Shane Bombard. Rick Donor running 3rd. 4th, Butch Lemire coming after Rick Donor in that 3rd position. Donor to the inside of Bombard. Racing into turn number 1, trying to get the inside advantage. Donor in the 95 to second. Bombard is back to third. Lemire running fourth. Jason Chris fifth for now. Dustin Duval going after that spot. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for Billy Thwaites. Thwaites with 2 to go. Rick Donor trying to chase down Bill Thwaites, but the sand is running out of the hourglass. Thwaites has a 2-car length advantage. Donor is making that advantage go away as they race down to the white flag. 1 to go. Bill Thwaites starting to drift up off 2. Rick Donor powers off the second turn, moving to the outside. Donor trying to draw even into 3. Thwaites on the inside. Donor on the outside. It's going to be a drag race for the win. Here they come. Down to the start-finish line. Oh, it's almost even. You got me. Almost dead even racing down to the start-finish line. 69. Thwaites on the inside hangs on for the win by inches over Rick Donor in the number 95.
All right, here we go. Hang on, let's talk first. All right, here's Bill Thwaites by inches. You get your second win of 2008. Did you know he was there?
Oh, I knew he was there. It was a tough race. I thought he had me, but I come out on top, so it makes it good.
You know where you won this race? Early on, about lap 5 or 6, you made a 3-wide move, threading the needle to get much closer to the front, picking off a couple of cars, actually about 3 or 4 cars on one lap. And I think that's the lap that really got you that much closer to the front and gave you a chance to win.
Yeah, I knew I could sneak in there, and I stuck my nose in there and didn't touch him, so it worked out good for me.
Well, congratulations on win number 2, and you held off that hard-charging Rick Donor to get this win.
Yeah, he's tough.
All right, nice job. Billy Thwaites with his second win of 2008. Rick Donor misses out.